Welcome to Nuka-World, America's favorite vacation destination. I'm Cappy.
Oh, and I'm Bottle.
And we're here to make sure you have FUN fun during your time at the park.
What if there was a place with all the zip of Nuka Cola? Wouldn't that be the cheeriest place in all the world? Where the river's made of quantum and the mountaintops are fizz, with fun and games and rides for all the moms and pops and kids. But it turns out there's a place with all the zip of Nuka Cola. Come on down to Nuka-World and see it for yourself. Kingdoms, lots of fun for Ty, you and me.
Safari adventures full of animals to see.
Blast off to galactic zone for otherworldly thrills. Down in dry rock culture's cola, up in them far hills.
The world of refreshments, the most wonderful place. The friendly streets of Nuka Town put a smile on your face. Now you know there's a place that's just as great as Nuka Cola. Come on down to Nuka-World and see it for yourself. A vacation that refreshes, a trip you won't forget. A park with every minimum acceptable safety standard met. Quench your thirst for adventure at Nuka-World.
Hi everyone, today I'll be unboxing the third box in the series of 6, possibly more, I don't know, depends how, Loot Crate's going to go, of the Fallout crate. The theme this month is Nuka-World, so I'll just get the box on the screen there. Yeah, there's the box this time. Now these boxes appear to be getting smaller and smaller, especially, after the first one. And since then it's been a bit subpar, a bit mediocre. So there's the contents of this particular box. All you can see is just I'm assuming it's a t-shirt. Right, so we'll get the t-shirt out the way first. Okay, so it's all in red in theme with Nuka-World. On the back it's got "Enjoy the Ride" and some black cursive letter in there. It says Loot Crate exclusive on the front. And yeah, it just says Bethesda, so it's an official branded item. Book your wasteland vacation as well, with Cappy in that on the front. So there's the artwork for it there. Not too bad. The print is a bit muddied. It's got red on the shirt anyway, and it seems like reds and browns all merging into each other on the print, so it's not what I would call a great print. That they could have gone with a more striking design, probably like Nuka Girl or something like that, but they've gone with that design instead, so there you are. The next clothing item we've got is a baseball cap, all in black, embroidered in red with Nuka-World on the front there, and on the back it says "Enjoy the Ride" like on the t-shirt as well. Quality wise, not too bad. Just says Loot Gaming, Bethesda's at Loot Gaming. So they're planning to put this particular cap in a Loot Gaming box. I see what they're doing here, because they've got a lot of overstock on with Loot Vault, and they're also putting past items from various other boxes into other themed boxes that they have. So I can see what they're doing there. So look forward, or in this case, if you've already got it, be prepared to be disappointed if you get Loot Gaming as well as the Fallout crate. So you probably see this in it at some point. Apologies for the noise. I think there's road sweepers out in the front. Okay, so the next item we have is it's got Nuka Cola Quantum on it, and Nuka Cola on the back as well. This is one of your bog standard typical Loot Crate filler items. Looks to be pretty shoddy quality. It's like some strange, very smelly, smells of rubber, but really like chemical smell as well. Doesn't look like it'll be very sturdy. When you stretch it as well, it loses its colour. You can see there. These are those, you know, things that you put over cans and bottles, possibly to insulate them, insulate the cold or the heat or whatever. Not something I would personally use. I would probably get absolutely zero use out of these. Basically like socks for your bloody cups and bottles. Absolute worthless filler item for me. Wouldn't actually use that. Next thing we have is the Piper figure. Now, I'm not too impressed. I saw the reveal of this before the box was sent out, and it looked absolutely horrendous. Now, Piper's not one of my favourite characters anyway. She's pretty annoying in the game. And what always bugged me about Piper is she's like this journalist who exposes all the corruption in the Fallout 4 world. And yet she's out in the open doing it. You know, she's in Diamond City, right by the entrance, in broad daylight, using a printing press, exposing all the lies and corruption. Now, if that happened in the real world, you'd expect it to be, you know, especially out in the open, doing that sort of thing. So it's a bit of a stretch, really. If you're having a printing press and exposing the lies and corruption of all the politics of that day and age, you would be doing it underground and hiding your identity at least, so that you would, you know, avoid any repercussions on that. So that's that aside. Pretty irritating character. You get a little Nuka blaster there, see, that you can attach to her back. Facially, looks slightly better than the reveal, but she still looks a bit too masculine for my tastes. But the actual body's not bad. It's the actual clothing she wears in the game. There's a press cap that she wears. She's got a little gun as well as the one on her back. I'm not a big fan of these figures, particularly that they are, you know, Loot Crate's own figures, so they're going to be pretty much worthless because, you know, they're so mass produced. They overstock all their items and the quality doesn't tend to be that fantastic on them. Same base that they've been using for all these figures in the previous boxes as well. That's the figure standing on the base. You know, if you like Piper, you'd probably be, you know, really happy with that, but I just don't like Piper as a character, and that particular figure, while better than, you know, some of the other offerings that Loot Crate have done themselves, it's still, I just don't like Piper. That's it. Next thing we've got, looks like a fridge magnet of the Nuka Cola logo. That's not too bad as a filler item. You know, it'll get slapped on the fridge, at least get some visual use anyway. So there you go there, just the standard magnet with Bethesda branding on the back. Next thing we've got the builder figure. This is the next part. Now, I've actually seen this, someone assembled this, and it looks absolutely bloody horrible. It's not in scale with the rest of the figure. It started out so promising with the head and the torso, and the legs are just absolutely stupid. Let's get it out the bag. The legs are like toddler legs. It looks like the figure's wearing a nappy or a diaper. It just looks absolutely terrible. Not in scale at all. I feel like actually moulding my own legs to scale and putting them on the figure instead. I'll just dig out the previous parts of the figure, just stored them in the corner there. Now this is the previous part. See the head and the torso, they actually look quite good, but then you stick the bloody legs on them. Let's get the legs on if they will. Just look at that. That's like someone's put a diaper or a nappy on it. You can see from the front and the back there, it's just far too bulbous. And they've just cut the thighs off and stuck the calves onto the pelvis, and tiny little feet as well. It just looks absolutely stupid, really does. And you know, after so much build up to this figure, you know, everyone wanting to, you know, I've seen it on eBay for ridiculous amounts of money, and then Loot Crate decides to put it in the loot vault to make more money, like $15 each piece or something like that. After seeing this, it just looks horrible. It's just silly, really silly dimensions on it. I know the other figures are like stylized with big heads, you know that's the way they're going to go, but the way this figure was, you know, advancing with each part, by every other month, it's just, look at that, the scale is just all off. It's not like a caricature type figure anyway, it's fairly realistic with the colouring and the design of it, and yet they've chosen to go with silly caricature legs. It's just, just a massive letdown, and it, you know, makes you question whether you want to continue getting the sub for the rest of the parts, because it's just totally embarrassing to display that. The next item is the obligatory pin, as in every single Loot Crate crate. There's the one there. Yeah, crate number 3, Nuka Cola. See him swigging his bottles of Nuka Cola on there, the old boy. Next item, I'm assuming this is the last in the box. Let me get this out. It's very flimsy. Yeah, it's just like the previous month's inventory on the back, and on the front you've got a print. So it's thick enough that you could, and you know, glossy enough to print, decent print quality that you could frame that. That's Nuka Girl there. About A4 size roughly. So you could frame all these prints, but you know, it's they could have done much better with this particular box. About $40, £40, something like that. The actual items in this crate are like something you would see out of a standard Loot Crate for about half the price roughly. I'll just go through the list again. Nuka-World postcard t-shirt, Fallout 4 Piper figure, Power Armor Builder figure legs, Nuka Cola can Koozie set. I'm not going to get absolutely any use out of them. Nuka-World hat, don't wear baseball caps, so that's just going to be, you know, lying around the house somewhere. Nuka Cola fridge magnet and a party boy pin. Our party boy is the actual perk, yeah, the perk in the game. So there's apparently a rare black and gold variant of that as well, which I never got, but I don't collect pins anyway, so I'm just going off my nose. Well, that's all the items. There's the inside. The box looks like, is that the Mysterious Stranger? Looks very similar, not too sure. He's got like a bandolier on, hasn't he? I don't know, to be honest. But yeah, that's this box, delayed by a month. A lot of Loot Crates boxes are getting delayed. They're having issues with suppliers, so they say. I think it's more an issue of money. It's almost turned into like a pyramid scheme where some people are getting the stuff and others are waiting ages and ages for the stuff as they pay their you know, paying their debts, and they're bringing out more and more boxes. You know, there's a Deadpool box out as well. Probably announcing more and more boxes. I think they need to focus on the quality of their existing boxes and not continue to bring more and more boxes out, even though there's like delays on virtually every single box. I think the Star Trek box is pretty bad. That's months for the delays on that. But yeah, I can see further delays. You know, there's 3 more parts for the figure. I'm not going to be happy if not, you know, I think there's dog meat. I don't know where he's going to attach to that base though, there's only 1 peg. But yeah, 3 more boxes after that. You know, I might just complete the figure for the hell of it. After the 6th box though, if they continue it, I'm probably not going to sub to it anymore. I don't know where I'm going to put all these crappy figures that they keep pumping out. I'd rather they did one decent scale figure than all these like massive head figures. And I've actually, you know, I'd rather they did characters from the first 2 games. You know, it's not Bethesda's game. Bethesda bought the rights, and yeah, it's very Bethesda centric, these boxes. It's like they've totally forgotten Fallout 1 and 2, and even Fallout Tactics. But you know, there's a lot of nice, decent lore and characters from the first 2 games that are just getting, you know, glossed over in favour of Bethesda's own. It's just tends to be Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 that they're focusing on. You know, there's Fallout New Vegas as well. That wasn't developed by Bethesda, even though it was published by them. But you know, Obsidian Development did the second game. Some of the developers from Obsidian did Fallout 2, so, and you know, it's just very Bethesda centric, even though they never invented the franchise. But what can you do? They're the ones calling the shots. So yeah, that's the box this particular month, or last month, considering the delays. But yeah, not very happy. I can see the quality declining even further the way it's going. So not happy about that. But there you go. Unsubscribe. That's all you can do. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next unboxing video. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.